That's nice Kermit the Frog, by the way. For those who are too young to notice, the earlier one was Ed Sullivan. He did earlier. Oh, okay, all right. See, I'm old. That's why I know that I'm getting old. I know these things. My life is changing as I'm getting old. You know, I worry about things I didn't worry about before. You know, like during sex, I worry about things. Like, I was having amazing, just wild sex with my wife. And I'm 40, she's 50. We just doing it, you know. And it got wild. Before I knew it, her legs were over my shoulder, and I started worrying, like, I hope nothing happened to her leg. And I wasn't worried for her. That's the sad part. I was worried for me, because if her leg hurts, that position is off the books. We won't be doing that anymore. So. It's a shame to be like that, but you guys know how thin my Kama Sutra book is now? I'm losing pages. Because once you get a certain age, you know, when something hurts, you just stop doing that. You know, I ain't doing that no more. So I'm worried, I am, you know. And we've been together for so long. We've been together 15 years, and now we're trying to thank you for the two people who respect marriage. And I appreciate that. That's why my wife is at home. But we've been together 15 years, and we're trying to get our life excitement into our sex lives, and it's hard. So we role play now. We role play. Actually, it's not really role play if she's asleep. I dress her up. I dress her up. I forgot to take the wig off last week, y'all. She was pissed off. She said, "You son of a bitch, you was pretending I was a white woman." I said, "No, a lot of black women have platinum blonde hair." It's hard. I can't win an argument anymore, you know. I used to be able to win, but now she's becoming more religious, and like she'll bring Bible and God into our argument, and now her and God's winning the argument. I can't beat God. Like we were arguing about food. It's something simple. What do you want to eat? I said, "Sweetie, whatever you want to eat is fine with me, because I'm a man and that's what you're supposed to say." And she said, "No, I want whatever you want. I don't really care." I said, "Baby, every time I order for you, it's the wrong thing. You get mad, just, you know, and because that's the fucking truth." And she said, "Well, the Bible says man's supposed to rule a house and his rule's supposed to go." Well, if that's true, how come I didn't get no head last night? That's what I want to know. I went to tell on her. I went in the bedroom and started praying. "God, she ain't doing what she's supposed to do. It's been 2 weeks, God. It's been 2 weeks." I ain't scared to talk to God, tell him about my wife not giving me sex. I ain't scared to tell on her. God knows sex. He made us, you know. In fact, God knows sex better than everybody. He was hitting virgins before it was popular. Did you know that before God came to Mary, they was just sacrificing virgins? You know, just killing them. Well, what do we do? We just kill them. You know, sacrifice to the volcano, whatever. God came on and said, "No. That's not what you do with those." Population boomed after that. Oh my goodness, I should. That's the truth, though. I'll be honest. You know, I'm gonna get out of here. I'm gonna tell my favorite story before I go. Since we're talking about God, this is actually my absolute favorite story of all, because it happened, like everything else in my life. I don't think anything in my life didn't happen. I don't even remember. I was in church, visiting the church with my wife, and we were running late. And I said, "Honey, do your hair. We gotta go." And she said, "I'm gonna just throw on a wig, and then we can go." I said, No, do your hair." She said, No, I'm gonna throw on a wig. We're gonna be late. I said, "Baby, it's a black church. They're gonna be late anyway. You know, just do your hair." So she threw on a wig, and we left. We get to the church. It's a jackleg church. You know what I mean by jackleg? Everything the preacher said reminded him of what he did in his past life. He talked about prostitution, reminded him of back when he was pimping. You know? Yeah, prostitution is wrong. Where's my bitches? Now that I think about it. You know, he talk about Jesus had 12 disciples, like back when I was gang banging West Side. You know, they had a drive-through collection plate. I didn't trust the church. I didn't trust it. And he called for the doors of the church are open and you go down and you pray with the church. And my wife said, I'm going to go down and pray with the church. Now I stayed up with the kids. And my wife went down to pray, and the preacher came and he touched a man on his head and he prayed, and the guy fell out. And I was like, oh, this is a special church. And he went to the lady next to him and he prayed, put his hand on his hand, and she fell out. And my wife was next. So I turned to the kids, I said, look, if mommy wig fall off, we leaving. We're not hanging around for that shit there, we leaving. My daughter said, what about mommy? She meet us in the parking lot. She know where we park, don't worry about it. He went to my wife and he touched on her head, he said, and she fell out. And her wig didn't fall off. Shame on you for waiting for it. That's not the punchline. All right. Her wig didn't fall off, and she came back to the pews, and we all got ready to leave. Now, I didn't know I was quiet I thought my wife had been just changed. I had a spiritual upgrade. This is not the same evil-ass woman I left the house with. That's what I thought. So we're in the car quiet the whole time, and my daughter just broke the silence and said, Mommy, Daddy said if your wig fall off, we was going to leave you. Now, I'm not going to tell you what my wife said after that because I'm a Christian. But when the kids left the car, I turned to my wife, I said, honey, I thought you would change. The preacher touched your head and prayed and you fell out. She said, I didn't fall out, that motherfucker pushed me down. Thank you guys much, Big Will. Catch me on YouTube at Willie Sawyer I73. Thank you much.